Sometimes my team sends me some photos of like, now this is very popular, or this is so good, people are going crazy for this. And I like exploring what other people do, but I don't like following trends and this and that. I like really good food, timeless. But one of the things that caught my eye was this stuffed chickens. Chicken breast is halved and some things are stuffed and then either they're baked or fried, and here we have a recipe. I kind of like the idea because I'm a child of dolma. We like putting stuffing stuff, and I like their relationships to one another and to the thing that they are stuffed in, how they change the taste of it. So I got that idea and made it into something different. It's like a schnitzel. Around it, it's crunchy with kadayıf. It has a rather dominant thyme taste, and inside there are two kinds of cheeses and some pepper and some fresh onions, a bit of smoked meat, and here we have this Refika style stuffed chicken. It looks heavenly and it looks really hard to make, but it's not. And you'll see in 20 minutes, we're going to put the chickens into the oven maximum. If you're ready, we can start. Now,
Run, Refika, run.
Run, Refika, run.
Run, Forrest, run!
Refika is not going to run, it's going to be simple. For the stuffing, I have one rather going bad, but not there yet. Pepper, fresh onion, and garlic. These are the three freshnesses that are gonna get into it. I'm going to start with the pepper. As I said, what I'm trying to do is I want to promote using the vegetables that are not bad, but they're going bad. So usually in these videos, we use best of the best, but it doesn't have to be. This gives her life to us, her fruit to us, so we have to really take good care of them and use all of them if possible. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to thickly slice them. I'm also going to use the seeds, but not just this woody part. We're not throwing away anything, so these parts too. Then I'm going to thickly cut them like this. This way, they don't lose their individuality. And I have one big spring onion, so you can use 2 spring onions if yours are thinner. Again, roughly chop them. There will be always outliers in life, so also cut the outliers. And for the garlic, I have like 3 thick ones, 4 normal size garlics, I should say. Gonna also slice them. Now here comes the lead actors. First of all is this smoked dried beef. It's we call this boşnak eti, Bosnian meat. The filet steak is hanged and smoked and dried in that smoke, and it's heavenly. But if you cannot find it in your home, you can use jerk beef, you can use any kind of aged, slowly cooked, if it has a smoky taste, even better, some meat, which will enhance the taste. What I'm going to do is thinly slice it. When they become so small and thin, in every bite you'll be able to get a taste of this smokiness. So that's what I want to achieve. And also, if the meat is not fresh and dried and preserved in some way, it is called the cured meat. And all these cured meats have umami taste. Umami is called the fish taste. It increases the other 4 tastes and it enhances the flavor. So another thing which has umami in it is cheese. This is Turkish cheddar cheese. It's very tasty. I love the brand as well. And I'm going to also do the same thing. I want like thin slices and I'm going to dice them so that in every piece again we have the taste. I know some British people say cheddar is not so yellow. They're right. They add keratin so that it becomes this color. Color affects the taste in the mind, and it affects the taste of the people. So that's basically it. These are going to be the fillings. And 2 of the things that we're going to add in is going to be this cream cheese. You can use Philadelphia or any kind of fresh cream cheese that you have in your country. For each chicken, I'm going to use 1 tablespoon. So 4 heaped tablespoons of fresh cheese and then dried oregano. So I'm going to mix all these and the filling is going to be ready. Because there's the meat and the cheese, I don't add extra salt. And I'm going to make sure that the white cheese is everywhere, but I'm not going to like push it and I want the greens, yellows and reds to show themselves. So I'm going to roughly mix it. Now, I'm going to start with my chicken. But before I start, I'm putting some salt, oregano, and black pepper on the side so that with my chickeny fingers, I don't have to touch them. We have 4 chicken breasts, and each chicken breast has like this extra part. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take that extra part away like this. I'm going to use this hole and I'm going to open it like a book. To one side, there is this opening like here. There's also a knife cut here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it from that part, one side like this. I never do go back and forth. And when I first open it, for example, it's going to be opened like this. Then, following that cut, hopefully it's a straight line, I'll continue just one way. Never put pressure, just open it like this. Then, some salt, and also to the board, some black pepper, and very importantly, oregano. And I'm going to pat it, also to the bottom as well. And then I'm going to press it and then close it like this. It looks like a big chicken sandwich. If there are any like extra sticking parts out, push them in, something like this. Now I'm going to make 4 of these. My chickens are almost ready. They're not just looking great right now, but I'm going to have a small touch. And here I have some flour. To that flour, I'm going to add this black pepper salt mixture that's been left here. And to the second one, I'm going to have 2 eggs. This is not a necessity, but it makes it greater. A bit of cream, mix it well. As you can see, when you beat the egg, first still keeps her shape. And then after you mix for a while, it becomes like more flat. The color turns pale. Then it means that this is ready. And for the third station, we have dried kadayıf. When I leave the kadayıf out, it goes dry. And then if you just like do this, it's ready. If you don't have a dried one ready, you can put it on top of a stove and just make it cook a little while without changing the color much. And then let it sit for 3-4 minutes and then crush it with your hands and then it's ready. If you don't have kadayıf, if you cannot find, you can use breadcrumbs, you can use peanuts or not sweet cornflakes. I'm going to put some olive oil, about a tablespoon, and about a teaspoon of butter. A little more than a teaspoon could be. Okay, then I get this and not to the parts where there's the cheese. Then I pat the extra flour out. It goes to the second station. There's no elegant way of doing this. And then it goes to the third one. And with my fingers, I'm making sure each side of the chicken gets its share. Ta-da!
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Now, then, for a very short period of time, this will get in. This won't like brown. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make sure that the kadayıfs and the outside skin gets its own share of heat and oil. Now, after just 1 minute, this is ready. This gives the outside a brown color. Now I'm going to do this for all these 4 and then throw it to the oven. Okay, these babies are ready. They're going to go to the oven. Oven is 200 degrees. Top and bottom is on. No fun, because it's going to make it dry, but we want the chicken to be like juicy still. So, because it's like thick, I'm going to use the power of the oven in a different way. So, in the first 15 minutes, I'm going to let it cook on the top shelf. And then in the last 15 minutes, I'm going to put the tray to the bottom. And why I am doing this, I'm going to tell you. On the top shelf, the top is going to cook. When I put it on the bottom is going to totally cook. Why I'm doing the bottom last? Because when the bottom cooks, the second thing that happens is it melts the cheese. But until then, the cheese do not melt. I want to make it to the last moment so that the cheese is going to be about to be runny and the chicken is cooked. This is going to cook about 30 minutes. And if your chickens are smaller, maybe 5 minutes less. If your chickens are bigger, 10 minutes more, you can always flip up the bottom side and look whether the inside is cooked. Meanwhile, I'm going to drink my yorgunluk çayı, which is tiredness tea, to take your tiredness away. And this is a tea glass that I myself, Bahar, and sculptor Tan Mavitan together designed. This baby keeps the warm tea warm about 40 minutes. It's really amazing.
It's perfect for whiskey as well.
It is actually. After it was down for 5 to 7 minutes, it started to melt. So what I did was I moved it to the medium again. I don't know why it happened. Sometimes it happens. Yesterday when I was making the same thing, it didn't do it. Some of the things I cannot still understand why. Now, here's my chicken. In the first 10 minutes, it's going to be very hard to cut, hard to manage, but it's very hot and nice. You can serve it in a plate like this. Or what you can do is I made like a Caesar salad, a Refika version of the Caesar salad. You can either put each chicken one by one to the middle like this, and then you can serve it that way.
Wow.
Wow! Or your face yoga thing, Bahar. Wow! 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 Wow!
Wow.
This is a serving way. So what I want to do is I want to take one and cut it here. What I want to show you is, for example, like if you want to be sure whether yours is cooked, open it like this. If it is like still transparent, then your chicken is not cooked. Or if you cut it like this and the slide, if the chicken is not juicy, it's too much cooked. If it's like juicy like this and not transparent, then it's cooked. So, who wants to taste it? Yes, do you remember the last time we shared the chicken? You were COVID the next day.
No! God, please, no!
Anyway, so... Oh. Mmm. How is it, sir?
When you look at this, you say it's another stuffed chicken, like they put spinach and cream cheese. But with the cured meat, cheddar, garlic, it becomes more than a stuffed chicken. And of course with kadayıf, it's crunchy as well.
You should see the big picture. All the animals here.
Yes. That's a great test. When animals come and want to eat, it's a great test. When you're on TV and animals still come, that's another test. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to give the recipe of the salad as well because it's stuffed and a lot of things are there. You don't need anything but the salad.
It's very juicy and creamy. And it's not like an ordinary stuffed chicken mixture. It's more than that.
So thank you guys. Hope you loved the video. If you want other things from us, please tell us. Would you like us to go to trends or would you like us to go to like the recipes we always do and love? You decide and we make it for you guys. Take great care.
Why are you